First things first, when Mohamed Kudus posts something on social media, you know it's quite serious. Because if you're looking at his post on Instagram, he's averaging about a post a month. Even when he scores goals, he doesn't post it. Yeah, his last three posts have actually been brand ambassadorial deals. And if you're to go back to his last football-related post, it's all the way back in July. And so firstly, if Kudus comes out to post an apology, then you know it's quite serious and comes from within. Secondly, if you're taking a look at the apology itself, he uses I twice, and that's in the first paragraph. The first instance is saying that on behalf of the team, I. And then he's also talking about the privilege of captaining the team, and so he is sort of representing the team. Those are the two instances that he uses I. If you look at the statement from second, third paragraph going up until the end, everything has to do with we and our, which I think is a good sign because it represents the unit that he's representing. Bear in mind that Mohamed Kudus is not substantive captain yet. And so this is just captaincy for the last two games. And so he didn't have to actually release the statement. And so I think that one, it was necessary. Two, the timing was great and it came with a lot more weight because at that point, the FA ministry, nobody had released a statement. So Kudus's statement became the first voice or a point of reference, a point for fans to be able to hear something from anything from the football fraternity. And I think the choice of words were good. If you're looking at the reactions from Instagram, there was Majid Ashimeru, Mumin, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Fatawu Isaku, a host of players who quickly commented and shared on their Instagram story, which suggests that I think they knew about it or had an idea about the statement. If you look at how quickly they all reacted to the post, even players including Michael Bedu and Abdul Samid, who's not part of the squad currently, and Abdul Hakim, Arafat, young players who are even yet to play in the national team colours, were all sharing this post on Instagram as well. So it does once again highlight the influence that he has in camp, and I think it validates Otoado's choice of making him captain at least for these two games. It's a learning curve for him and then for the whole team, and I do hope and believe that these words would actually mean something and that going forward you look back at this statement and see it as a turning point. But I think by virtue of releasing this statement, Kudus has showed a hint as to how ready he is to sort of lead this team, lead the next era, lead this next generation into something great at 24 years. Well, if you look at diamonds, they're made from pressure, and I think for anything valuable to come out, there needs to be some form of pressure. And I do think if Kudus is to reach his ultimate, that's his potential, this is a phase that he has to go through. And I do think that he's ready. Whether it's now or later, that is probably a subject of discussion for another time. But if you're looking at his track record, a lot of people forget about his episode at Ajax where there was a point where he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing, needed to go see the club. He was the subject of a potential transfer to Everton, had to come out and drop a statement in a very hidden manner with song lyrics. And he's been through a lot. And today, people look at him and you see a star boy, West Ham, being appreciated. But we have to remember that just about a few months ago, this was his situation. And if he's able to bounce back, I think that gives us a clue of the mental fortitude that he has to be able to put some things behind him and move on. I think he has high expectations of himself, and that also comes with the fact that he's probably the most talented player of his generation, and so knows that he has a very high ground that he has to hit with regards to his potential. And so I do think that he has what it takes with regards to being captain, although I believe that the pressure would be really immense because of the period that the national team finds itself in. Look, the number 10 jersey is really heavy. The captaincy is extremely heavy. Combining these two makes it enormous. And it's not going to be easy. You know, people talk about how, yeah, it's just a number, but it's not. The truth is, these things truly exist. At club level, we've seen over Chelsea number 9. We can go through various clubs. It's just the expectation that comes with the jersey. And it's not going to be easy that he puts it on and all of a sudden he's the same Mohamed Kudus. It will take some adjusting, it will take some reorientation, but I don't doubt that he would be able to grow into this new role and this whole expectation and leadership that has been put on him. Why I think this is a good idea is that in the end, if you think Kudus is someone that you want to keep maximum focus, you want to ensure that he gives his all, giving him a leadership role at such a young age at 24, I think helps fine-tune his mentality. Sometimes coaches make these decisions because they've looked at this player. They know that for him to reach, let's say, 90% of his level, you need to give him more responsibility. What I assume is that perhaps Kudus was a bit too laid back, wants to talk with his football, but Otto Addo wants to challenge him a bit more. Can you be more vocal? Can you now, instead of caring about yourself, look out for your other teammates as well? And by giving him the captain armband, it's almost automatic that now he has to take more responsibility. And I feel that's the type of decision that was made to help push him to the next level. I do think that he has the mental fortitude, but it won't be easy. It won't be easy because we can all see the period that we're in as a Black Stars. Very, very difficult, very tough for the team. And also because the team is not winning, it makes it extremely difficult. But there's also an issue of concern. Andre is yet to retire. And so everything that happened this international break, do we forget about it? Is this our new future? Is he our number 10 going forward? Is he now a deputy captain if Partey comes back? We need some clarity on the leadership and the jersey number situation, because if Andre returns to active football, will he have? Is he still likely to be called? Is there a chance that he can be called? And if he's called, does he come back for the jersey? Those are some dynamics that would leave some question marks. But I think with regards to Kudus, he definitely has everything that it takes to be able to shoulder this pressure and become a good leader, maybe sometime in future.